Hey, good afternoon. This is Seth Schachner from Los Angeles with a Stratify short. There is a rather big federal antitrust trial that's just starting today in New York City. If some of you can remember back a couple of years to Taylor Swift's Eras tour and trying to buy tickets for that, there was a fairly massive meltdown around it. A lot of people couldn't buy tickets. People got extremely mad. The customer experience was, to put it mildly, very shaky, and it kind of ticked off everyone, including our government. There's actually a trial right now that's 2 years later, and the trial could potentially actually break up Ticketmaster, which Live Nation owns, from Live Nation. It's probably unlikely, but the case has been kicking around and it's just starting up. So there are a bunch of legal maneuvers going on around the case, and I'm not an attorney, I'm a business person, so I'm not going to go through them in like a great deal of detail, but the judge overseeing the case has actually narrowed it to a couple of issues now that are pretty focused. But I guess if there is good news for Live Nation on it, it looks like they were accused of acting like a monopolist in the way they sold tickets and other matters, and that appears to kind of be off the table right now. But it's a big case with a lot of stakes in front of it, and there is the potential that Ticketmaster and Live Nation could actually be structurally broken apart. So what's happening is that Live Nation is facing up to accusations now that it kind of pressured venues into signing exclusive ticketing deals. And it also pressured artists to play those venues in order to get promotion and marketing from it. And they're really looking closely at both these issues. But for the ticketing exclusivity, if it means if you're buying a ticket at a Live Nation event that they're promoting, you're probably going to be using Ticketmaster. Not all the time, but the idea that I think folks are pushing is to break the two apart, that it will somehow help competition in the marketplace, help moderate prices, and just be a better overall consumer experience. And, I have to say that I've actually not been a supporter of that idea for a long time, not because I'm aligned with Ticketmaster or any part of the landscape, but I have always seen kind of a ticketing and live entertainment ecosystem that's out there that works in certain ways, and not rocket science, but if you come in and just break it apart, you're not necessarily going to help any of the parties out there. There are a lot of things going on in the background that, are contributing to why live entertainment is under such demand and why ticket prices are so high. Part of it goes back to streaming, and artists who don't make any money from it need to maximize their prices, basically. So I think breaking the two things apart, Ticketmaster and Live Nation, could actually do more harm than it could do good. But I think what could possibly or probably happen here, at the end of this trial, which may be about a month, is something that's called a behavioral solution, not a structural solution. I don't think it'll be slapping Live Nation on the palm, but it will give artists choices and not force them, to be promoted by Live Nation if they go into certain venues. And I think it's it's also possible that they could free up the exclusivity between ticketers and venues, meaning that a venue can make a choice on what ticketing service is out there. So that, to me, is kind of the easiest solution that could happen out there that doesn't, create more harm than good. There's a separate case going on that focuses on bots, actually, and reducing and killing all the bots. There's a federal law called the Bots Act. Plus, it also looks at like ticket scalpers that are like, sucking up lots of tickets, even in fake accounts. And I think those things will happen separately from this and are actually really, really good things. But we'll see what happens. The trial's starting this week, and we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for listening. This is Seth Schachner from LA with a Stratify short.